Guys, so as this virus is going on, it's going on. The coronavirus is happening, and perhaps in time things will open up, things will go back to normal. Some of you may be in a position where someone wants to come to live with you. They want to come and stay with you. And I want you to realize you need to use wisdom. Some of you, you've allowed it, and now you are not only suffering with the virus outside, you're suffering with the virus tenants you left in your home, right? My brothers and sisters, you have got to use discretion. Discretion, 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 discretion. In addition to us loving our neighbor and opening our homes and opening our hearts and opening and doing different things, the Lord speaks a lot about having wisdom and discretion and knowledge and understanding. Every story is not always the truth. Everything a person brings to you is not always the whole truth. And I'm hearing some of you may be in a position that you want to let someone in your home and you're having some hesitation about it. You need to follow it. You need to follow it. You need to follow it. There are plenty of ways that you can help people. You can help them. You can help them get situated. You can help them get started. You can help them, hey, I can watch the kids for you while you're doing whatever. But do not make any sudden major moves based on your emotions and based on anyone crying, okay? Because you have to use discretion. You will find that there's only part of the story being told in some situations, my brothers and sisters. There's some of you can probably tell me plenty of horror stories where you let someone come and stay in your home because you had compassion for them. You didn't seek God. You just said, come on. This happens a lot, especially in churches. Oh, somebody need a home, and Brother Brown, can they come stay with you and your wife? And you just there looking, eyes fully dilated saying yes. You haven't discussed it with your wife, and you have someone now sleeping on your couch. But now you see, it's not about helping someone. It's not about helping those who are unfortunate. This is something that the Lord wants us to do. But you have to realize that there are some people, it's not about them getting better. It's about them simply exacerbating in your life. You let someone in your home and in your space, and they suddenly burst and just becomes a problem. I've seen this a few times. I don't even go looking for it, but I come across these articles or these video clips of squatters. People I saw a couple, they were homeless. This woman had sympathy on them, let them come in her house. And if they didn't know about the squatters' rights laws, wouldn't leave the lady's house, was drinking her juice, doing all types of stuff, just acting up. And she could not get them out of the house. You can't. If they've stayed 30 days or whatever, you have to wait until they find another place. And then you have to go to court and you have to do all these different things. And there are all these things. And of course, with COVID-19, you can't put nobody out. So it is just insane, the stuff that's going on. And so I looked at that. And then I saw another one. This young lady was talking about this. There's an older woman too, could be her mother. Asked, she could come stay, give her this whole story about, how her family has been awful to her and everything. She let her stay in her house. The lady came with her dog. The lady was supposed to just stay, I think, a week or two. Then she ended up being there a couple months. Then she's not leaving. Then she brought all kinds of stuff. Then she's telling the lady about her squatters' rights, and she's not going nowhere. And it was awful. What am I saying? Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you, my brothers and sisters. You need to use discretion. Those are examples of what I call a person comes in your house, they have this story, they have this thing, and suddenly they just burst. Suddenly they just bust open and you can't get rid of them. They have become sporous and they're all over the place. Use discretion with who you're letting into your home, because a lot of times the things that they're telling you is not the whole truth. Listen, the second scenario that I was telling you about, the lady that said, her family had turned against her and everything, that lady called their family up to tell them what the lady won't leave her house. The family's like, we can't help you. We can't help you. We have done all we could do for her. So don't be so quick to just fall for the okie doke, okay? Now, with that being said, we are not here to deny people who may need help. But what you need to realize is that you need to get wisdom from the Lord. Sometimes the Lord didn't tell you to bring somebody in your home. Especially if you have young children in your house. Oh no, there's certain things you cannot do, but there are other means in which you can help them. You can help them as far as trying to help them get situated as much as you can. Okay? Because sometimes you realize there are people who are out on the streets or wherever they are, but sometimes they're there, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes, not all now, because I have a heart for the homeless. Oh my goodness, let me see somebody that, I just want to help them, and I do. But I have to realize I can't bring you up into my house like that. I can't do that, okay? There are things that you have to think of, but I will pay for you to be in a place. I'll pay for you to stay in a hotel for a few days. I'm going to bring you some things, some blankets, some things of that nature. There's certain things that you can do within your power. But if you are by yourself with children, you don't bring people up in your space, my brothers and sisters. You have a family. There's certain things you have to think about. You think about letting a woman or a man come up in your house with you and your wife. You got to think about these things, because a lot of times, my brothers and sisters, there's something that's there that you don't see that comes out once they've grown comfortable in your home. I don't know why God has me here. But be careful when you're doing acts of kindness, when you're helping those who needs to be helped. You don't want to deny people help, but you want to use wisdom and discretion. You also want to realize when people are coming to you and they're telling you something, you have to use discretion. Now, all you're hearing is their side. You don't know the other side of it. And who's going to give you the other side if the person's not present? You got to speak to the Holy Spirit. You got to let the Lord give you the wisdom. You'll know when something is right and when it's not, when you listen and when the Lord speaks to you. I recently had something that was presented to me. And as I looked upon it, the Lord just spoke to my spirit and said, nope, don't fall for that. Told me exactly the scenario, because he knows my heart. I'm a person, I love people. I have heart for people. But as I sat there, I just felt this thing in my spirit, which is the unction, the Holy Spirit, like a tugging. And the Holy Spirit said, no, this is not true. This is a ploy. Don't fall for that. Right? And that's definitely not me, because I have a heart for people. Right? I hope this video is making sense. I hope this video is helping somebody. But that's just in my spirit, that a lot of times people are coming and they're telling you one side and it's not the truth. And you know how you find the truth? When you let them in your house, when you let them up in your space. You see? So don't be so quick to take sides, to jump on the bandwagon with people. You want to use discretion. You want to be led by the Spirit of God in all things. In all things. Because I'm trying to tell you, by their fruits, you're going to know them. You're going to see those fruits after a while of someone being with you. You're going to see their fruits after a while when the tables are turned and they're upset with you. So just be careful in what you're allowing in your ear gate, what you are putting your hands to do, how you're opening up your home to different people, because there's some people the Lord is telling you not to do it. Not to do it. Do not be moved. Do not be coerced by church members, or it's your long lost cousin or whatever it may be. God will give you the wisdom on an alternative way to help someone without putting yourself and your household and your family at risk. Because there's sometimes, my brothers and sisters, something you don't know, and they're only telling you enough that you will open that door and let them into your house. And once they let them into your house, they're gonna burst on you. That's my term for when they just go crazy and start acting up. They burst. When something bursts, it just gets all over the walls and gets all over the place. It's when cleanup is excessive, and you're gonna miss a couple spots. It's gonna take you're gonna have to go refill the bucket and wash the sponge out and do whatever and keep doing it. It takes a long time. It stains. It sits. So use discretion the first time, so you won't end up being in that position to begin with. All right, guys. Peace out. Hope this helps you.